watching Universal Groove. I have Elvia with us, live with us here. Been really looking forward to talking to her. So welcome to the show.
Hello. What's poppin'? How are you?
So good, so good. So I just kind of want to give everybody just a little bit of insight of how we met. So we went to like this awesome party with Santana Soul Radio. They threw like a live backyard boogie. Everybody was there. I list a bunch of names for you guys. I don't know if we should though, because there are some people that shouldn't be there, along with Elvia should have been there. But
Hey, I show up at random places sometimes.
But we got a chance to meet. She's a friend of Mariah, and Mariah was like, dude, this girl can sing. And now when Mariah says this girl can sing, that means this girl can sing. So yeah, I went home, did my homework on her, got a chance to listen to all her music that she's putting out right now. Really good stuff. She's got like slow jam, she's got the upbeat song, she got like the hip hop soul. It's something very different. So I was just really excited to sit down here with you. So again, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. Well, I'm glad you like my shit. Hey.
First thing I want to start off with is just, where were you born? Where did you grow up at?
I was born in Glendora, California. I don't remember much of that. And then after, I lived in La Fuente for maybe like 2 years, and then from there I moved to Mexico. I lived in Guanajuato, Mexico for about maybe 3 years. Came back when I was like 5, 6. So yeah, 3.5 years around there. So I grew up in San Bernardino. Came back from Mexico, lived in LA for like half a year, and from there my dad was like, we're going to San Bernardino. So I pretty much grew up in San Bernardino.
When you went to Mexico, do you remember any of that? I mean, you were there for like kindergarten. What was that experience like, if you remember?
I remember every morning, just like, you know how here we do the I pledge allegiance to the flag. Over there, we would do something similar. It was like a row of 5 girls, 2 on each side, and then 1 in the middle holding a flag, and we'll freaking like march around. I also remember in the morning, the people who sold bread, and pass by being like, pan, tenemos pan, all early. Just a lot of things. Also, I remember my birthday. My birthday is November 1st. So here we celebrate Halloween, October 31st. Over there, they celebrate El Día de los Muertos on the 2nd, November 2nd. November 1st, I think, is also part of Dia de los Muertos, but it's more Dia de los Inocentes. So I think that's like the babies, or like, you know. So it was like always some Halloween type of thing over there. And I remember having people like, my grandma owned a little liquor store type of thing on the very corner. And so people were constantly passing by through there. So for my birthday, I'd be like, come to my party, come to my cake. And since my grandma knew, a lot of people knew my grandma because of her store, like the kids would come. And so November 1st, my birthday, things like that. I remember being like, everybody knew each other, everybody in the little town. It was a lot of fun. I love Mexico.
Now, you come back to San Bernardino after LA. What's it like in San Bernardino the time that you're there? I mean, is it rough? Is it pretty chill? I know everybody. What's kind of the atmosphere around San Bernardino when you're there?
It was pretty chill. I mean, being little, when you're little, you really don't know too much of what's going on. I grew up in apartments. We grew up in apartments, so there was always a bunch of kids. And growing up there in San Bernardino, I just remember all the kids would hang out, and like the evening after we did our homework and we did all that and freaking play hide and go seek, there was always a little group of the little girls and the group of the little boys, and it was really nice. I had a really nice childhood. My school was like a few blocks from where I live, so I remember walking to school in the morning, walking back till my mama started whipping. She started driving, so like, hey, we're going the little whip. But no, it was just it was nice. My parents would take us to play at our school in the afternoon. Like you say, there was always the older men playing soccer. My dad would be one of those playing soccer with the other men, and we'd be in the freaking playground. Or it was nice. I had a really nice childhood in San Bernardino. Yeah, we used
Okay.
to actually do in the same little apartment. It was a group of us who would hang out, me, my little sister, and like two other girls. It all depended. Two other girls, three other girls, and we would throw little shows. Like in the back of the apartment, there was like a parking lot. There was like the space where we could just hang out. And me and my friends would make invitations out of papers to invite our parents to come see La 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 and La La La, and we freaking would like give our parents and like the neighbors an invitation at 6. They would all go to the back, and me, my little sister, and like our little homegirls would all dress in matching stuff and perform our little covers. We used to have little dances for them and everything. And yeah, my mom has pictures of them. I remember this one time my dad made like these little fake guitars. It was just like we cut out wood, we painted them. I had a fucking flower. My friend had a star, and the other friend had a heart. It was fun. And Randino as a child was great. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also interesting to me that you did not speak English coming back to, California. What was school like not knowing the language when you're, a younger kid?
I used to cry every freaking day for first grade. I remember. I used to cry because I didn't want to go to school. I just felt like out of place. Like I'm not in my comfort zone. I felt like I was a loner. I was a freaking loner. I remember there was this little girl named Selene. Selene, if you're out there watching me, I remember you, girl. She would always hug me. It's okay, Elvia. Your mom's gonna come for you later. La la la. I was in Spanish, but I'd be right there weeping for my mom because I didn't want to stay in school, and that was like for a couple weeks in first grade, and then after that, eventually, start talking to other little girls, and you start being friends. Of course, it was kind of awkward not knowing what they were talking, but then later on I came to find out that I wasn't the only one that was learning English. There was more kids. The thing is, I just wouldn't talk to anybody. Same, I'm pretty sure the other kids were like, I don't want to talk to anybody either. I don't know what they're saying. But eventually, you mingle, you start knowing, and you're like, oh, I'm not the only one that's learning English.
There was kids growing up, in my school that didn't know, English, and they were kind of like the odd one out, and I could only now looking back as, an older adult, looking at that would have probably been like the hardest thing to overcome, because if you don't know what anybody's talking about, you don't know what the teacher's talking about, that's really, really tough. So it really should, takes this really strong person to get through that. One thing I did notice about you, just hanging out with you, talking to you now, you're super funny, right? You're like really bubbly.
Hey.
So did that come just because, you don't know the language, so you gotta like kind of do some dances or like some tricks?
Communicate somehow. Like my mom would say, señas. Fucking signs. Yeah.
And I think that's, we all kind of take something from our childhood and we bring it as adults, and I think that's what really separates you probably from a lot of people, is that you're just super like bubbly, super positive, hanging out with you at the party, you're like, there's a party, so that was really cool. Time for the party right there.
Something about it makes me move. don't wanna be too front with you, but I was thinking, do you wanna bite of this apple? I promise you a taste of something you never knew. So come hold my hand, and I'll take you to Wonderland.